Alright, hey guys. So on Instagram the other day, I asked you to ask me questions. Um, so basically, I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to get to know me, kind of figure a little bit more about me, um, instead of just being some random person you follow on Instagram. So, um, to get started, the first question: why and when should you start counting your macros instead of just eating healthy? Um, The problem with eating healthy is that people don't eat the amounts they're supposed to. They think they can just eat unlimited amount of fruits and like lean meats basically. But macros play a huge part. For those of you that don't know, macros are your proteins, carbs, and fats. Um, it is really good to have a nice balance of all of them. You do not want too much of one thing. So macros can help anyone really. The next question is, what's the best ab workout you like to do? I don't even really like doing abs. When I do abs, it's usually like plank or a mountain climber or like heavy lifting. Pretty much, I absolutely hate sitting on the ground and doing 100 crunches because I get way too bored. Who inspires me? Probably the biggest person right now is Danielle and Bailey. Just everything about her, the way she looks incredible. She is so humble and so great to all her fans, and that's kind of what I inspire to be myself. She's just a great role model, and all I have to do is watch a video of her working out, and it gets my ass in the gym. What started my fitness journey? My ex, actually. He used to go to the gym all the time, and I wanted to go with him because I felt left out. So I started to go in and kind of just fell in love with it. It became a really big passion of mine, and it still is to this day. That was about 3.5 years ago, so it's been going strong. My favorite workout playlist slash music. When I work out, I like anything that I can just tune out to. I don't like just one type of music. It all depends on my mood. Some days I will listen to hardcore, other days I will listen to the dirtiest rap imaginable, so it all depends. I did just make a playlist that I shared on my Instagram, and I absolutely love it, and it just helps me tune out and get my workout done without losing too much focus or having to constantly go through songs to find the right one. Someone asked me if I think butt implants are going to become the next boob implants, and I just really hope not. That would be a very sad day. If anyone was really considering butt implants, I wish they would call me, because I can help. It's just butts you can work on and you can improve. Boobs, either you got them or you don't. There's nothing you can do about it, while still maintaining the rest of your body anyways. What helps me overcome setbacks and dealing with emotions that come with fucking up? I honestly, when I fuck up or I feel like I have lost motivation, progress, anything like that, I take a few days off. I spend 3 to 4 days not doing much of anything, just recollecting my head and getting my focus back. It's one of those things that's very hard to deal with, and you just kind of learn what works for you eventually. All of us operate differently. Some people just need a kick-ass workout and they're back into it. I just need some days to recoup. What do I think is one of the biggest mistakes people make when lifting? Poor form, absolutely. Just not enough knowledge on what they're doing before doing it. Either they don't see a coach or they don't do enough research on their own. Lots of bro science out there. Just do your research first before you do something, especially something that you may feel is wrong. If you're doing an exercise and it hurts, and not in a good way, just stop doing it. Just common sense. because it's not that difficult. People make it so difficult, and it's really not. What type of trainer certification did I get and why? I got NASM, so it's National Academy of Sports Medicine. I got it because it's one of the most recognized certifications by like Globo gyms, like Gold's 24 Hour, stuff like that. Has a lot of great info. I mean, it's things you should learn, but if you only get certified through one cert and you don't do any extra research and you call yourself a trainer, you're fucking it up for the rest of us. Biggest pet peeve, it just gives us all a bad name. So please don't just say you're NASM certified and not do anything else. Always research, always grow, because there is so much that none of us know and the field is constantly evolving. So never think you know everything, basically. Advice for people just starting out: honestly, get a coach who knows what they're doing. I wish I got a coach when I first started, because it would have helped me out so much. I would have cut a lot of time dicking around, and when you feel like you don't know what you're doing, you feel like you're not making progress, it's hard to stick with it. So definitely just either research or get a coach and stay consistent with it. You're not going to see results right away. It is a long journey, so keep going at it, don't give up, and you'll get where you want to be eventually. 3 most efficient ways to build a booty. Honestly, I love glute bridges for butt. It's when you have the barbell directly across your hips and you hump the sky. Super awkward in a gym. You get some funny stares at people who don't know what it is, but it will make your ass burn. And then just squats or deadlifts, really. You just have to make sure that you actually squeeze your butt when you're doing it, because a lot of people don't, and they miss that whole gluteal activation part of a lift. So always squeeze your cheeks, because it'll help you so much. How long did it take me to get my current shape? Well, I started working out about 3.5 years ago, but I wasn't very consistent in the beginning. The last 2 years have probably been where I made the most change. I remember last year, thought I was just super good shape, and then now I look to where I'm at now and I'm like, nah. It's funny how your mind changes the more you develop, and yeah, it's a fun journey. That's pretty much it for the fitness aspect. Next, just kind of random questions you guys asked me, and it's funny because you guys asked me more random ones than fitness ones. So first off is about pizza. Domino's or Pizza Hut? Honestly, I've only had Pizza Hut. I've never had Domino's. Pizza Hut's okay. It's not my favorite. It's what you would expect out of a large pizza chain. I prefer more mom and pop places that not everyone knows of, and they look like there's probably rats in the ceiling, because they always have the best crust. So there's a couple places here in Huntington that I go to. There's one in Costa Mesa. I'm really not picky about pizza though. It just has to taste good. I do not really care. I don't like fancy ones. I'd rather just have a pepperoni than some crazy fancy barbecue chicken buffalo ranch bacon thing. I don't know. It's just too much. Pizza is just simple. Just gonna get pepperoni pizza and we're good to go. Top 5 things on my bucket list. This one I've been trying to think about, and I've honestly been struggling. I don't even think I have 5. First one is, I would like to open a gym someday. Not anytime in the near future, probably more when I'm around my 30s. I'm only 23 right now, so I have a while to go. But I would like a gym where people feel welcome in, and you can learn the ropes. Some Globo gyms like to tell you that they teach you and prepare you for moving on, but that's not the case. They're all about selling. They put you through very cookie cutter workouts, so I would like a gym that teaches trainers how to train correctly, and it's not just like a gym that rents out trainers that know what they're doing. So it's a be a good way for people to really learn and expand. Other than that, I'm working on my other one. I'm trying to learn the guitar. It is extremely, extremely hard. I did not think it would be so hard. I find strumming very difficult. I don't know what it is about it. I'm pretty good with finding the chords. It's strumming that I am shit at. So, been working on that. Kudos to the people who can play and sing at the same time. You guys are like wizards or something. I don't even know how you do it, but props to you. How do I keep the mohawk up? So I just use hairspray. That's literally all I do. I blow dry it upside down, so I just put my head down and blow dry it. I straighten it because it's a little wavy, and then I just use hairspray, and that's it. It's pretty simple. I use bedhead hardhead hairspray. It's pretty much just for mohawks, so it's really great. It's expensive, but it's great. Next question is, how would I get my eyebrows? Believe it or not, I grew them myself. Like, I know it's crazy, but I did. No, really though, I just learned how to shape them correctly. If you go from the inside of your nose to the inside of your eye, that's where it should start. Nose over pupil, that's where your arch should be, and then nose to edge of your eye, that's where it should end. So, really simple guideline for anyone who's trying to learn how to shape their eyebrows. There's a product I get it from Sephora. It's called Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I have the dip brow, so it's like this little pomade almost that you dip a brush in and brush it on, or what's it called? I just thought of it too. Brow Wiz, I think. It's like a little mechanical pencil almost that you use. That's what I have in right now, but they both work out really well. It just doesn't look fake. A lot of eyebrows look fake, so it helps to make it look more natural. Next are the fun ones. So, do you get hit on by girls a lot, or do you hit on them? Honestly, if I even get hit on by girls, I usually don't recognize it. I'm very oblivious. You have to spell it out like insane for me to actually think that you're hitting on me. It's probably like some deep-rooted self-conscious psychological thing going on, but that's just how it is. My version of hitting on girls is either the heart eyes on Instagram or picking on them. I'm very immature. I pretty much act like a little boy, and that's probably also why my dating life is pathetic. Speaking of dating, the next question is, why don't I have a girlfriend? See previous answer. No. I just don't have a lot of time, and I don't really go out places to meet new people, so it's very hard to meet single girls when you don't go out anywhere to meet single girls. I'm just very picky. I have very high standards when it comes to someone that I want to date. I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic, so when I do date someone, I like to do all the cheesy things like dates all the time and flowers and any stupid crap like that. And I don't like to half-ass things, so I don't want to date someone that I'm not very interested in and not do those things. I would rather wait till I find someone that I actually want to be with for more than like a week. So, yeah. Have I always felt like I was attracted to females? Pretty much. I just didn't really notice it until like last year. Like I knew I was attracted to females more than men, but I was raised that it just wasn't. It wasn't that I was raised that it was wrong. It's just we never spoke about it. It's very hard to get an education on it when no one speaks about homosexuality. So I just thought I was supposed to be with men because that's what I was kind of led to believe that I was supposed to do. I've never been sexually attracted to a man. Like, I've never actually wanted to do anything with them. It was just more out of obligation that I would. And yeah, I mean, I remember being attracted to girls even when I was like 12 years old, but I never acted on it. I never deliberately thought about it. It was kind of like a subconscious thing. Have I had any bad experiences with coming out, and how did I do it? Last year in October, right before my birthday, I went back home to see my family, and I went up to my mom and I was like, "Hey mom, I really have to tell you something." So nervous. I was falling all over my words. I did not know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it. I didn't really think it out. It was actually the day before National Coming Out Day. I guess that's a thing, but I took advantage of it. I just told my mom, I was like, "Hey, like, I first came out as bisexual because I didn't know. I thought I would still have the option to be with men, but that's really not going to be a thing ever." I sat down, I told my mom, and she took it very, very well. She did not act disappointed. She did not really have any negative feelings towards it. My mom's pretty great, and she just said she figured from the comments that I got on Instagram. By the way, my mom does follow me on Instagram, so all y'all nasties that leave some weird ass comments, my mom reads that. So if you think you have the chance of actually being with me, if my mom doesn't approve of you, Emmy doesn't approve of you. So just remember that before you're about to say weird ass shit. I mean, granted, a lot of things are acceptable. My mom's learned to come to terms with that because I'm a freaking weirdo. But the really vulgar comments are just really unnecessary. But anyways, I came out on Instagram the next day, and everyone was pretty welcoming about it. It was very overwhelming to see the response that I got, and it's just really great for me to be able to come out and say that I am gay, and for people to accept it or not. I don't really care. It's a good way for me to help other people. So I've talked to a lot of people who have been in the closet, and they tell me that I am the reason that they want to come out. So it's a great feeling. Yeah, it's awesome. If I wasn't training people, what would I be doing? I really wanted to be a teacher. I actually started going to school to become a 3rd or 4th grade teacher. That was like my goal. But I've never done well in school because of my ADD. I believe I'm smart. I know I'm smart, but sitting in a room, having to do homework, those kinds of things, I just do not do well with, and I refuse to take any medication for it. And there are many other things that could be doing. You know, I believe that school is for some people, it's not for everyone, and I don't believe you have to have a college education to be knowledgeable. There's such a thing as it's having knowledge and having real world experience, and I feel like a lot of people that immerse themselves into school do not get to get that real world experience, and I'm lucky enough to be in a field where I can learn more from my peers than I can in the classroom. Eventually I would like to go back and get my degree in like kinesiology, sports medicine, maybe even nutrition, but just right now I'm just not ready for it. So there's that. But yeah, I wanted to do something that I could do soon. I wanted to help people as soon as I could, and training just happened to be the thing that I went with, and I love it. It's my passion. I don't really see myself doing anything else, so it's pretty nice to know what I want to do for my life at the age that I'm at. someone asked do I like people looking up to me? It is very, very flattering. It is very humbling. It is completely surreal to me. I am so not used to it. I'm still blown away anytime someone does like Woman Crush Wednesday or anything. I read all of them, all the notifications I get, I read them. Sometimes I miss a couple comments, and I actually feel bad about that when that happens. I wish there was a way where I could see everything. But I just want you guys to know that it does mean so much to me that you actually consider me either a role model or inspiration or anything like that. I just think I'm a huge dork, so it's really awesome. Someone asked what I'm looking forward to with my trip to Australia. Honestly, it's just meeting people and being able to do the boot camps and just meet such a wide variety of people. It's just such a great opportunity. I'm so thankful for Brandon and Rise Above for letting me come and join on it. I've made a couple friends overseas as well, so it'll be really nice to catch up and meet with them and face to face and actually have conversations. It'll just be cool to see the kangaroos and the koalas. They're so cute. I've actually been practicing with my GoPro to know actually how to use it so I can go on hikes and things like that. So I'm really excited for that. Someone asked, is it hard being a badass? But I really do not consider myself a badass. I consider myself kind of a nerd. I'm a little introverted actually, and I think a large part of that has to do with my anxiety. Which, you know, it's kind of like the next question, was anxiety, and it's something very hard to deal with. It's very hard to cope with on a day-to-day basis, especially when you put yourself so far out there for anyone to see or make judgments. A lot of people think anxiety is just getting nervous about something, and it's not. I made a huge post about it. I'm not going to go too much into it on this because I could talk about it forever. But it is a difficult thing to deal with. Anyone who has it knows it is very, very hard to live a normal life with it. There's not much you can do other than just pretty much defeat your mind. It's like an internal war every day that you just have to conquer. I feel like it's more common in people that have ADD, which kind of goes into the next thing. Someone asked about ADHD. I'm not hyperactive. I fidget a lot, in case you didn't tell. I have to process what I'm going to say before I say it because there's just so much going in my mind at every minute. Even when I'm talking, I'm thinking about other things. It makes for me to be a great multitasker, but if I really need to buckle down and get something done, it's very difficult. The next question is, if I had to choose to be either a wildebeest or a unicorn or a dolphin, which would it be and why? It's like not even a question. Like, obviously I would be a unicorn because I kind of have the horn going already, and they're just fucking magical creatures and they're awesome. That's all there is to it. Next question. Who is my dream girl celebrity? I have a couple. Natalie Portman, for one, because her jaw structure is amazing. Olivia Wilde, because her whole face is amazing, really. And Katy Perry. I kind of have like a theme when it comes to girls. I like good jaw structure and light eyes usually. Those are like my go-to. Usually darker hair, but blondes too. It depends on the person. Whatever looks best on them. And yeah. I pretty much like the opposite of me, which is funny. What do I do to unwind? I mainly just read, or I go to the beach and just sit and hang out with my friends. Honestly, I'm pretty boring. People think I have like such a crazy, exciting life, and I pretty much just eat, work, and sleep. But it's okay. how do I deal with negativity? So, especially with anxiety, I hold on to a lot of negative things for a very long time. It is extremely difficult for me to let go of something rude someone has said. I will let that shit eat away at me forever. Um, a lot of times people think they're being funny and they say something rude, and it just really bothers me. I've just never been a big fan of it. A lot of people can just brush things off their shoulder when someone says something rude, but it's very hard for me to deal with. The way I usually handle it is I try to remember my worth. I try to remember all the people who kind of give me that reassurance that I need. I'm actually very needy. A lot of people think that I post so much on Instagram because I'm cocky or full of myself, but it's actually a really great way for me to get the reassurance that I need to feel good about myself. I'm extremely, extremely hard on me. If I don't do something perfect right away, I get so frustrated. So Instagram especially helps a lot with that, because even if I fuck up, people usually still think I'm not too shabby. So it's always a good thing. The final question is, any unexpected hardships when I moved to SoCal and started working at RAF? Biggest thing, I just didn't make friends as quickly as I thought I would. I consider myself to be a very likable person. I like to think that I can get along with anyone. I can always find some type of common ground, even if we come from completely different backgrounds. But that just didn't really happen. Really, the only friend I had when I moved down was Chrissy. Still one of my closest friends, even though she's on the other side of the country. She just helped me a lot, and I honestly probably wouldn't have stayed in California if it wasn't for her, or Southern California. Probably would move back home, but she made me feel like I belonged. When I told her that I felt very alone, she kind of gave me the pep talk that I needed. So it was just difficult. I wasn't prepared for it. I was prepared to just come and, you know, be friends with anyone I met, and that isn't what happened. It took a very, very long time for people to kind of get used to my personality and accept me. I do come off very kind of in your face sometimes. I can be very loud, I can be very dorky and goofy, and I guess it's not as common as I always thought it would be. But everything's good now. It just took, the first few months were probably the hardest, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything. I would like to start doing this as a regular thing for you guys. So probably like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on my schedule. I will have you guys ask me questions. Hopefully in the future we can stick to a couple more topics, and I can just go over those in more detail. This was just kind of like a general everything. If you'd like me to discuss something a little bit more in depth, please let me know. Probably on Instagram is best. I don't really know even where I'm going to be posting this, probably YouTube or Facebook. But give me feedback, let me know what you think, what I can do better. I'd always like to hear from you guys. Even if I don't always respond, like I said, I read everything. So just let me know, and thank you for watching, thank you for following me. You guys are the greatest, and I'm very glad to have a nice little community all over the world. So, bye.